Hi, this is Dean Butler. You're listening to TV Confidential.
Ed Robertson with a reminder that the next edition of TV Confidential will premiere next week on this station at the usual time. We'll play part 2 of our conversation with Mark Shaw. Plus, if all goes well, we will welcome back Stephanie Powers of Heart to Heart. In the meantime, we will close out this week's program by welcoming back our friend Alison Arngrim. Alison Arngrim, the award-winning actress known around the world as Nellie Oleson on Little House on the Prairie. Little House celebrated its 50th anniversary on television not too long ago, and there have been a host of events over the past year or so to mark the occasion. None bigger, however, than the upcoming 3-day Little House on the Prairie cast reunion that will take place December 12th, 13th, and 14th at Strathearn Historical Park in Simi Valley, California. Alison will be there along with Dean Butler and many other cast members of the beloved television series. We'll tell you all about it in just a second. Alison Arngrim, welcome back to our program.
Hi.
If memory serves, you just returned from another triumphant trip to France, where you had...
I did. Yeah, I was in France for most of October. I had 9 shows there. I do a show there called Nellie Oleson en Flamme, Les Années 80, which is Nellie Oleson set fire to the 80s. And we talk about all things 1980s, which, you know, for the French, that's when Little House was running. And we talk about Little House. They are mad for La Petite Maison dans la Prairie in France. They cannot get it out. And so I did 9 shows, all sold out, and it was great.
Why is Nellie so big in France?
Well, we say it's a culture. They just, you know, I always say they don't think Nellie Oleson's mean. They think she's French.
Simi Valley is also very integral to Little House history. That makes the upcoming event in December sort of a homecoming, doesn't it?
It does. I say returning to the scene of the crime. We did an event there for the 50th anniversary in March of 2024, where we were, in fact, at right there near the ranch at Big Sky. And this one, we're going to the beautiful Strathearn Park. And the Strathearn family, who the police is to see me, there's original 1800s buildings on this site. So it's like really Little House on the Prairie. And then we're coming in with, like, oh my God, 14 of us, a whole gaggle of our cast. And we have everything. There's a Friday night party. There's VIP presentations. There's a breakfast. There's a dinner. There's a this. It's Santa Claus will be there. It's going to be epic.
I would imagine one main difference between the upcoming event in December and a typical day filming the show, when you film the show in the 70s, is that the climate will be a little more comfortable.
Yes, you know, yeah, with all the kids, we did so much of our filming in the summertime. And Simi Valley, as you may know, if you live in California, insanely hot in the summer. 100 degrees, and there we are with you know, the lights and the reflector boards, and then those costumes. So it was brutal. So when they said, let's go back to see me, we did one of it in March. I went, okay, it's not too hot. And I was like, December, I'll go to see me. I'll go to see me in December.
Yes.
It's lovely in December.
It is lovely in December. Alison Arngrim will be joining Dean Butler, Karen Grassley, Charlotte Stewart, Rachel and Sydney Greenbush, Kelly Lester, and many other Little House cast members for the magical holiday Little House on the Prairie cast reunion in Strathearn Historical Park in Simi Valley, California, Friday, December 12th through Sunday, December 14th, presented by Visit Simi Valley and Prairie Legacy Productions. The festive
that is correct
3-day event brings members of the Little House family together with you for an immersive family experience that will celebrate the Little House holiday spirit that has touched the hearts and minds of television audiences all over the world for 51 years and counting. Tickets and more information, Little House on the Prairie, castreunions.com. You can follow Alison, facebook.com/Alison Arngrim. The great thing about Little House, and one of the reasons why the show has endured for 51 years and counting, is that it really has something for everyone, doesn't it?
It really does. It's the emotional thing of the show. I know that when I talk to people in other countries, and the French especially, you know, this ain't such an emotional show, and Paul cries. And it's got that, and then it has so much humor, and it can be enjoyed on so many levels, because for the really young kids or people watch when they're kids, you're getting on to one level, watching the humor, and always in Pa, Sweet and Handsome, and I Want to Be Laura, I Want to Be Albert, and oh, that Nellie's just like the bully at my school. And then when you're an adult and you watch it, you go, whoa, there was way more going on in this episode than I understood at 8. And it becomes a whole other show.
I understand there's another reunion event coming up the weekend of Saturday, November 22nd. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, we're heading over to a beautiful place called Green Room 42 here in New York City. And me and Dean Butler and Pamela Bob, who's hilarious, is actress in New York, we've been having this thing now for just over a year, the Little House on the Prairie 50th Anniversary Podcast. And we're hilarious, and we talk about all things Little House, and we interview people from Little House. It's quite the show. So we're doing a live version with a studio audience, and there's a handful of tickets left, but we're doing a streaming option. So you can actually buy a ticket and watch it online, and it will be available after Saturday, so you can still tune into that. But it's going to be really wild. We've got a musical number. We've got a musical guest who's going to play piano. Things are going on in this live version that it's going to be bonkers.
It's going to be bonkers. LittleHouse50podcast.com or Little House 50 Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok for information on the upcoming Saturday, November 22nd live stream, Little House 50th Anniversary Podcast event. And as Alison just mentioned, if you're not able to listen in on the live stream on Saturday, November 22nd, the link to that special podcast will remain active for 30 days afterwards. That's approximately December 21st. We'll have the link to that on our show notes, as well as the link to the upcoming Little House cast reunion in Simi Valley, Friday, December 12th through Sunday, December 14th.
I have more.
You have more?
Hot off the presses. So November 26th for Thanksgiving weekend, something for the Thanksgiving weekend. On November 26th, again, this is a nice one. It's online, global virtual premiere. There's this documentary this guy Jonathan Parker did, and it's called The Little House Homecoming.
Oh, wow.
Have you heard about this? It's incredible. It's all about the whole phenomenon, about people who love the show, people who love the books. There's huge cast interviews. There's interviews with people who've been, following the show and following the books for decades. And it is just a real, love letter to the fans. It really gets what Little House means to people. And this fabulous documentary is going to be having a huge premiere online. It's going to be showing live at different sites around the U.S. We've already had a screening in Missouri. We've done a few of these. But we're going to have this big screening online on November 26th. And if you go to, easy enough, LittleHouseHomecoming.com, you can absolutely order tickets and watch the trailer and read all about it.
Okay, LittleHouseHomecoming.com. We'll have the link to that for the world premiere. The name of the documentary is Little House Homecoming?
Little House Homecoming,
For the world streaming premiere of Little House Homecoming, LittleHouseHomecoming.com. And as Alison mentions, that premieres on Wednesday, November 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. So a veritable palooza of Little House events coming up.
Veritable palooza. And I guess I'll have to give you a heads up for January. We're doing, this is breaking news. Heads up for January. January 17th in L.A., in Burbank. Do you know the restaurant Chili John's in Burbank?
I have not.
Oh, my God. Well, first of all, it's fabulous. It's a teeny tiny place. It's been there since, I think, 1949. Has the U-shaped counter. Quentin Tarantino's used it in movies. It's fabulous. But it's the best chili. Really. And you can get it anything, beef, chicken, vegetarian, any way you want it. Well, we decided, I love it so much, we need to do an event there. So Dean Butler and I, on January 17th, are going to be at Chili John's, and we're having a book signing.
Excellent. And so you could pick up a copy of Prairie Man, which is Dean's book, and you could pick up a copy of Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, which is Alison's book, at the it's Chili John's.
Chili John's in Burbank, and you can have an incredible bowl of chili or a beer or a piece of pineapple cream pie. It's quite the place.
Okay, and then we'll have the link to that event on which is coming up January 17, 2026.
January 17th.
January 17th, 2026 at Chili John's in Burbank.
I believe it's Chili John's of OFCA, Chili John's California, chilijohnsofch.com.
Okay, chilijohnsofca.com. Okay, and speaking of what's in front of us, one of the entertainment stories of the year is that Netflix is going to reimagine Little House, and they've already started casting and so forth. What are your thoughts on the upcoming reboot of Little House?
Oh, I think it's a fabulous idea. Now, they've already shot it. They've shot it. That thing is in the can.
Okay.
So it's coming whether people like it or not. I'm pleased to say it's not really a reboot. I mean, thank heavens, they're going back to the books. They're trying to go back to Laura's early childhood. And I think all the people involved, I mean, you've got the Friendlies, the people who originally started Little House on the Prairie with Michael Landing. You have those original producers, and then the showrunner and all the people on it. A lot of women involved, all in their interviews saying how they were raised on the books, raised on the show. So these are diehard Laura Ingalls Wilder fans of the original work in the books who are involved making this, which I think bodes very, very well.
And if I remember correctly, and in fact I learned this from reading Confessions of a Prairie Bitch by Alison Arngrim, that Michael Landon, when he originally put the classic Little House on the Prairie together, he felt the original books were a little too dry for network television. So while he captured the essence of the characters and the essence of the stories, the show itself is distinct from the books, and so the upcoming Little House on Netflix is more truer to the books, and so both versions are going to complement each other.
Yes, exactly. I always said, how many Star Treks are we? I mean, our show will always be Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, but we can have Star Trek, Brave New Worlds, Discovery. I watch them all.
Yeah,
we can have all the Star Treks. We can have all the Little House on the Prairies. I do not have a problem with it.
And I believe, and it sounds like you're on the same page with me, if the Netflix series drives people back to the classic Little House with Michael and you and all the other cast members, that's a good thing.
So, yeah, it is. I mean, they're on Netflix, we're on Amazon, we're streaming. They're going to watch their show. They're going to flip over to our show and contrast and compare.
Yeah.
So it's only going to do us good.
Only going to do you good. Okay. All right. So you mentioned the upcoming live stream on November 22nd, the world premiere of Little House Homecoming on November 26th. The event that you and Dean are going to do on January 17th in Burbank. Are there other Alison events on tap in 2026 that you're at liberty to share with our listeners?
There are, but I'm not at liberty to share exact dates. Oh, wait, I will be at the Cutting Room on Mother's Day in New York. I can tell you that one.
Okay,
and we're working on the others.
Okay, well, when you have others and you're able to talk freely about them, by all means, visit us again on TV Confidential.
I absolutely shall. Thank you.
Alison Arngrim will be joining Dean Butler, Karen Grassley, Charlotte Stewart, Rachel and Sidney Greenbush, Kelly Lester, and many other Little House cast members for the magical holiday Little House on the Prairie cast reunion in Strathearn Historical Park in Simi Valley, California, Friday, December 12th through Sunday, December 14th. Presented by Visit Simi Valley and Prairie Legacy Productions. The festive 3-day event brings members of the Little House family together with you for an immersive family experience that will celebrate the Little House holiday spirit that has touched the hearts and minds of television audiences all over the world for 51 years and counting. Tickets and more information, Little House on the Prairie, castreunions.com. You can follow Alison, facebook.com/Alison Arngrim. Alison, it is always a pleasure to chat with you, and if we don't speak again, happy holidays.
Thank you, and happy holidays.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay Area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com for more information on how they can help you.
Ed Robertson thanking you for listening to the TV Confidential podcast. If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss our next episode.
Hi, I'm Kerry Lester, and you're listening to TV Confidential.
Little toy tracks.
A reminder that Abuse of Power by Mark Shaw is available wherever books are sold through Post Hill Press as well as Amazon.com. For more on Mark Shaw, markshawbooks.com. While the Theatricum Botanicum's 5th annual holiday family fair will take place Saturday, December 13th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Theatricum Botanicum, 1419 North Topanga Canyon Boulevard in Topanga, California. Immediately following the conclusion of the holiday family fair will be a live production of It's a Wonderful Life featuring Beau Bridges, Wendy Malick, Joe Mantegna, and the Theatricum Botanicum players. Tickets for the live production of It's a Wonderful Life are available as an add-on to admission to the Holiday Family Fair. For tickets and more information, theatricum.com/Holiday Family Fair, theatricum.com/Holiday Family Fair. Ed Robertson, Beth, Tony Figueroa, Donna Ellen, Phil Grace, and Susan Silver. Thank you so much for listening. Stay healthy, stay safe. We'll talk to you next time on TV Confidential.